Economic democracy is the subtitle of my book. And I think it's a very powerful idea. Political democracy around the world is being corrupted by big money. The world desperately needs a new vision that's sustainable, that's practical, that can be applied by the people in any country of the world. And I believe economic democracy is the vision and the model that they need. We're not the only ones. Proutists are not the only ones talking about economic democracy, of course. But Sarkar gives 4 requirements of economic democracy that are unique. And they're fundamental to conveying the message of what economic democracy is about. The first requirement of economic democracy is that the minimum requirements of life, food, clothing, shelter, education, medical care, need to be guaranteed to everyone. And you can just imagine, if nobody had to worry about getting sick, about the university education of their children, if nobody had to worry about, losing their job or going hungry or losing their house, if everyone had a place to live, what a liberation of everyone's minds it would be to be free to not have to worry about our survival, our existence. The second requirement of economic democracy, according to Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar, is the increasing purchasing capacity of the people. This means quality of life. People need to feel that their future is getting better. This is fundamental. People all over the world need this. Now, this is very different than consumerism. The idea that what you buy will make you happy. The more you buy, the happier you'll be. I think it's a lie. I have a laptop computer. It's not the source of my happiness. It's a tool. I use it. So the idea that I'll be forever happy if I buy this laptop, I'm not going to sleep with a laptop. The idea that you drink a can of Coca-Cola and you'll be happy, it's a lie. Happiness comes from your heart, comes from love. So purchasing capacity is measuring the ability of people to buy the necessities that they need. So it, of course, includes inflation. I mean, if there is inflation, but cooperative economy, a local economy, actually reduces inflation to almost zero. And it's what the common people need. It's their necessities. So by measuring their capacity and making sure that the minimum wage is in fact a true living wage, it's the best measure of the effectiveness of an economy and of the standard of living of the people, purchasing capacity. The third requirement of economic democracy is that the decision-making of the economic future of the people should be made by the people themselves. This is based on the principle that it's a right of workers to own and manage the enterprises where they're working. It's interesting that PROUT sees 3 different ways to do this. First is the small-scale private enterprises, encouraging, permitting any person can open a business. And when they do that, they're obviously finding a niche in the economy. They're finding a need and they can meet that need, and it works. small business owners tend to be very dedicated to their enterprise. And up to a small number of people, maximum 10, enterprises should be encouraged to grow and expand and find new markets. The trouble is when they get bigger. And that's why PROUT will have a threshold after which, if the enterprise continues to grow, it needs to transform itself into a cooperative in which all the owners democratically own and manage their enterprise. So, of course, cooperatives are the largest part of the society. And then you have public utilities that are owned publicly by the state, whatever level, but run by the workers. They're not privatized. You're never selling the resources of the country to a private company. The fourth, and so in all these levels, in a private enterprise, in a cooperative, and in a public utility, the workers are in fact deciding their future, their economic future. The other requirement, the fourth requirement of economic democracy, is that there should be no outside ownership and no loss of capital from the area. We can understand this easily with the global capitalist model. McDonald's restaurants, IKEA supermarkets, Walmart in the United States, big box stores where you can buy everything. These are not locally owned enterprises. When you shop at one of these chain restaurants, chain stores, of course, the employees are getting often a minimum wage to work there. So that money stays in the community. But 85% goes out of the community to the stockholders of that multinational corporation, McDonald's, IKEA, whatever. It leaves the community. Local economy with local stores, most of the money stays in the community. It depends, because many local enterprises, they buy their goods from China and they sell them. So in that case, a significant portion is still going overseas, but much less than with multinationals. And when it's locally produced goods and services, then 100% of the money stays in the community and circulates in the community. So the community is healthier, more self-reliant, and money does not escape. So this model, I think, can empower the Occupy Wall Street movement, the Occupy movement, which has, of course, blossomed into thousands of offshoots, and giving a vision of an alternative to a corrupted political democracy and an alternative to a corrupted global economic system. One of PROUT's slogans always, localize the economy, globalize humanity. We reach across, we're always making connections, but economically we're focusing on the local.